This is Don DeBartolo, Senior Broker with Daniels Trading in Chicago, and I am also the publisher of the Trade Spotlight Advisory Service. Trade Spotlight is broken into three segments: Trade Spotlight Futures, Trade Spotlight Commodity Options, and Trade Spotlight Future Spreads. This is the Beyond the Spotlight video, a video that spotlights two or three markets that may become trading opportunities for the week ahead. The week in question starts with Monday, November 19th, 2018. We do have Thanksgiving on Thursday, November 22nd, but if a trading opportunity presents itself, we're still going to take that trade, but make sure we have our stop losses and targets in place because of the potential volatility with the shortened sessions on the 22nd and the Friday the 23rd. Before we get into the charts, please pause the video and read the risk disclosures so that you understand the risks involved with futures and commodity options trading. And just to give you a quick snapshot of what the Trade Spotlight Advisory Service looks like, this is the futures segment. There's the timestamp so you know when the trade recommendation is sent out. There's a write-up on the trade, the behind the scenes of why we're recommending this trading opportunity, the precise entry order, whether it's a futures contract, option contract, future spread, the margin requirements, if there are margin requirements, the stop loss and target, or mental stops and targets, so you know the risk reward parameters for each trade, and a link to the chart so you can have a visual of the trade recommendation. Okay, let's get right into it. The first market I want to look at for today is the December 2018 Canadian dollar. And I have a large 1, 2, 3 bottom formation drawn off. This is a trend reversal formation in which this number 3 point did not exceed the number 1 point. The number 1 point is that 12-month contract low, which is from the 22nd of June. That low is 74.99.5. As of recently, that number 3 point that was put in this low right here, that low was 75.51.5. So you can see that it did not take out that previous contract low. So this is a trend reversal formation. I'm really only interested in getting long this contract if we take out this upper trend line. You can see there are many touches that run across this upper trend line here. So a close above that trend line is a confirmation that this is a potential upside trade opportunity. You see that the market today did not close above this 20-day moving average, so a close above that trend line would also potentially be a close above that 20-day moving average. Again, some more confirmation. Up above we have a 50-day and a 200-day moving average. This 200-day moving average is just under this number 2 point. That could potentially be an upside target, but I'm looking more up at this level here, at the 80 level, for a potential upside target in this market. Now the December contract will come up for expiration in the month of December, in the middle of December. So, if we're still in the position and it's trending the right way, perhaps we roll into the March contract or just potentially take profits at that time. Stop loss would go below the number 3 point on that breakout, and you can see down here there's momentum building to the upside, and the trend based on the MACD indicator looks to be flipping to the upside. So this potentially could occur Monday, Tuesday next week. So stay tuned. The next chart I want to get into is the December 2018 30-year bonds. This is another contract that's coming up for expiration soon in December. So again, if in a position, still like the position, we'll look to potentially roll or take profits at that time. And you can see I have another 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. This time, this low is a 12-month contract low. That's 136.16, and that low is from October 9th. So even a stronger formation when you have the 12-month contract low involved. I don't like that there's not a lot of time in between these points. That could just mean we've got a choppy market. The market may come up here and roll back over. So I'm not going to take this trade unless we actually break this number 2 point. And it doesn't have to be a close above the number 2. It could just be a break of that if the momentum's strong. But take a look at stochastics down here. Looks like we're near the, or if not above, the potentially over bought level. Now, it can stay in this range for a while. That doesn't mean if we're up in that level, it's time to immediately sell. But something to keep an eye on. What would be ideal is a hook back over and then to purchase on the cycle back up. You can see the MACD indicator showing that we're in an uptrend at this point. Potential stop loss would go below this lower trend line I've drawn off with the red line. So any one of those lows. There's also a 50-day moving average and a 20-day moving average that can act as support, potentially a pullback to that level, and another place where a stop loss can be placed. Upside target, there's potentially some resistance. This is a 50% Fibonacci retracement of this sell-off here. So there could be some resistance up in this level. If we can break through these points, that high right there, just to give you the price point, is from September 28th, and that high was 141.04. So ideally we get a break of there, and then we could trade all the way up here to the 12-month contract high, which is about 145.16. That'd be quite a move. And again, running out of time on the contract, but right now this is where the volume and the open interest is, so this is the contract we do want to be trading. Okay, let's jump over to the third futures contract I want to look at for today. This is the coffee market, and this is the March 2019 coffee. And I did actually put out a recommendation to buy a put option in this market on a break of this lower trend line here. But the market gapped lower and really broke down that following session. Never got a fill. And then there was follow through. Canceled the order because it was not going to be filled, waiting for a reversal, retracement back up to this level. You can see the market did stop short, closed several times near this lower 50-day moving average at 113.58. So this is fine. I'm looking for a move back to the upside, a retracement back to the upside, maybe near this 20-day moving average or even the 200-day moving average where I have this red line drawn off. Momentum is pointed higher based on stochastics here, so perhaps we do get up to this level and we'll take another shot at it, because overall I do like this market to the downside. So on a rollover, potentially this level up here would be that stop loss. That's also near the 20-day and the 200-day moving average. And the downside target is that 12-month contract low. That 12-month contract low is from September 18th, and that low is 98.55. So a move back towards that 100 price level. This market can be volatile, so it may be option contracts again to get into this position, or a future spread, and that'll come out in the segment, the option segment or the spread segment. So keep an eye out for that as well. So if you have any questions on any of the markets I talked about today, or just the markets in general, feel free to contact me directly. I've got my local and international phone number listed. This is the cell phone that's recorded, so you can call me there. It really anytime, reasonable hours. You can text that cell number. My toll-free number is listed, or feel free to drop a line over email to tradespotlight@danielstrading.com. And if you're not on the advisory and you'd like to do so, you can go to danielstrading.com. That's our main web page. Click on the Advisories tab. That's one of the tabs that run across the top. And under the Technical Analysis section, click Trade Spotlight. And then click the orange Subscribe Now button. But here you can learn all about the Trade Spotlight segments. It's free to clients at Daniel's Trading. If you're not a client, you get a free 90-day trial. If you like it after that, but aren't a client, you can pay the $99 billed quarterly. Thanks for taking the time to listen to me, and happy trading.